Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Pretty Girls Shoot Their Shot by Staring. Let's get right into it.
I hate when I see a man that's so fine and then I pass him and he doesn't say anything. Like when people say, oh, girls don't shoot their shot. Yes, they do. If I look at you like this, like say you walking this way and I'm walking like this, and if I look at you like this, that's me shooting my shot. Come say something. I hate when I see a man.
That was so fast. That was so quick. How would I know that you were shooting your shot? That was just a quick look. Side eye? The side eye is shooting your shot now? But apparently most women believe this. All they got to do is just look, and you should know. Come approach. I think it would be easier for us men if you just say something. I'm just saying. But apparently she's not the only woman who believes this. A lot of other pretty girls believe it. If you don't believe me, let's listen to what they have to say.
What's your way to let somebody know that you're interested in them?
I just glance over and stare at them, but not too much, just tastefully.
Eye contact long enough, you're the hottest guy, but see you later.
But also I don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
So you might catch me once staring at you, but when you look over the next 5 times, I'm not looking.
So you do a one glance over and that's it.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm single, so I'm just gonna let you know how that's working for me.
I'll make eye contact with you to the point where it's I know you're staring at me, but in a confident way.
Yeah.
I'll be no stress, I'm looking at you, but then I won't look at you again. But I eye contacted you enough that you're okay.
But I think
solid.
If you want a guy to come up to you, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Because you want to just kind of validate that you're on the same page as them, so they don't feel like their ego is eagle. Here we go. You don't want to feel they might come up to you and they're going to get their ego bruised.
Yeah.
You have to validate.
What's your way to let...
So to me, all this eye fucking that we're doing, it's hard for me to know. If I go to a girl and I want to approach her, I'm just going to approach. I'm not going to stare at a girl and think, well, she should know the code language, the hints. I don't know. I look at people all the time to see if they notice me, and then I'll say hi. I'll wave. I work at a gym, so I'll just look. And I learned not to just wave at people, because sometimes they don't even see you. So I make eye contact. I look at people till they make eye contact with me, and then when they make eye contact, then I wave, just to be friendly, to be polite, and welcome them to our gym. But apparently I guess that could come off like I'm trying to hit on them, but I don't know. Does anyone have an eye language book to go by? I don't know why women just don't shoot your shot. I want to coach girls so bad. Just tell us you think we're hot. Just tell me you find me attractive. I think it's that easy. It's simple, right? It's not too hard. But there's some women that believe that it's actually really bad to actually approach men at all. Don't shoot your shot at men. This is what she believes. Let's listen to what she has to say.
When you're a woman and you shoot your shot first, you can very easily set the tone that you don't need to be pursued. It really is giving, you don't have to court me. I'm going to actually chase after you. You don't have to pursue me for real. And I can't really get jiggy with that. When you're a woman...
I don't know what you can get jiggy with. I mean, I'm agreeing you're a pretty girl, but what do you mean you're going to court me? And what do you mean you want me to court you? I don't mind talking to a girl, but it's a game of volleyball. I hit the ball across the net, you hit the ball back. If I hit a ball across the net and you don't hit it back, we can't play volleyball, right? I think it's that simple. I don't think it sets a tone that you're going to chase me. I think it sets a tone that you like me. We just want to know you like us. Is that too hard? Remember, because of the Me Too movement and stuff like that, we got to be very careful. A lot of men, we're tired of approaching women because y'all told us not to approach you. We're doing what you told us to do. Can you blame us? And it's hard, too. If you find a girl really attractive, it is hard. You got to have a lot of confidence to just approach a girl, especially where she's at the gym, she's at the supermarket. We don't want to bother anybody, right? I've learned to just break the ice by talking about something in the surrounding to take off the attention from me or you. So one time I approached a girl at the gym, and I was like, oh, she's wearing a weight belt, a brace belt, a belt to brace herself. And I'm like, oh, what's that for? I knew what it was for, but I was like, oh, what's that for? She's like, oh, I use it to squat. I'm like, oh, okay. And we had a conversation. And then at some point I got to, so you got a boyfriend? You know what I'm saying? But I had to think about something in the environment we could talk about, oh, what's this? Or, oh, what's that? Or are you going to use this piece of equipment? Or that's the little things to kind of break the ice. After the ice is broken, you could go all the way in. But women, y'all can help us. Y'all can break the ice too. Is that too hard to do? I know you guys are pretty girls, but I think there's ways to go about this. Anyway, I found this video really interesting. This girl, she gives 3 ways to shoot your shot. Okay, and men, we're going to judge it. We're going to tell her if these ways are good or not. So we're going to rate them good to bad. Okay, let's listen to what she has to say.
Y'all want tips on how to approach men? I got you. And before I get into any of this, I need you to understand that approaching men is way more simple than you think. Honestly, you could say the dumbest thing ever, and it doesn't matter. A lot of them are not used to women approaching them, so if they think that you like them at all, and they have any kind of chance with you, they're probably gonna be pretty happy, and you're probably gonna have a success. Now let's break this down into 3 ways that you can approach men. Method number 1, body language. This is my personal favorite because it makes me feel super powerful, but I think this one also requires the most confidence because when you do it, you have to commit or it's not gonna work. This method is the very simple technique of mastering the eye. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that look that you give somebody that you just wanna rip their clothes off, that look. If you see a guy and you think he's attractive, all you need to do is make eye contact and give him that look, okay? It should be a slightly uncomfortably long look because it needs to be long enough that he cannot rationalize in his mind that, oh, you just glanced at him, or oh, you just looked at him, or maybe you were just looking in his direction. You can also throw a little smile in there, a little smirk, then look away. If that is not enough for him to realize that you like him, you're interested, he's either an idiot or he's not interested. Now, I think a lot of women struggle with this because it requires a lot of confidence to pull off. And we also are not used to looking at people like that. Like, that's not a very natural thing we just practice in normal life. So it might feel a little uncomfortable the first couple times you try it, but it works every time. It works like a charm.
I don't know if I agree with her. Okay, staring at people like you want to rip their clothes off, and if they're unaware of it, they're an idiot. How, bro, please show me the book of if a girl looks at you like this, she wants this. I really don't know what it means to stare at somebody like you're trying to rip their clothes off. Like, this is a part of sociology and socializing that women get that we don't get. This is what I mean. You could bring a girl to an event with you, and she could see and read things in people that us men, we can't read. Like, I can't read that. I'm sure there's been many women who've been trying to give me the eye, and I'm oblivious to it. And I've had my fair share of women, okay? So it's not like I'm like a rookie when it comes to this. I really don't know if I could think of a time where a girl gave me the eye like she wanted to screw me. Guys, can you help me? Have you ever thought of the time? Like, even when I'm about to screw a girl, she's in my bed. I don't know, like her eyes. You guys watch too much movies. Stop, please, stop. This is Disney movies, and we don't watch those same movies, and we don't have the same experience. Okay, let's let her finish.
A man like that, he is going to be mesmerized. It also might make him feel a little intimidated, which is why I like it, because it's like, oh, this woman's confident. Method number 2, you're just gonna directly tell him that you're interested in him. This could be in the form of a flirtatious compliment, not just like, oh, I like your shoes, but like an actual flirtatious compliment. Like, you will boldly go up to him and be like, hey, I think you're really handsome. Hey, I think you're really attractive. Take my number down if you plan on using it sometime. Simple and to the point. Again, men are not used to this happening, so likely they're going to be stumbling, they're going to be fumbling, tripping over themselves like, oh my god, wait, gotta get my phone. This one also requires a decent amount of confidence because you gotta work up the nerve to say something like that. But because it is such a big compliment, your delivery doesn't have to be as solid. Just the fact that you even said that to him in the first place is gonna have him like, oh shoot, okay. And if he is interested in you or finds you attractive as well, you will be hearing from that man. Now, the key to this one is you have to leave. After you say that, you have to have an exit strategy. Because if it doesn't go well, you can't just be like stuck standing there next to him awkwardly. Like, you have to be able, I usually will use this one if I know I'm about to leave a venue where I see a guy that I think is cute, or if it's crowded enough that I can go up to him and then immediately leave back to my section afterwards. He may try to strike up a conversation. You may end up standing there talking, but like most of the times whenever I've used this method, like the guy is always a little flustered. So it's just best for all parties if you just leave. The only times that approach has worked and I have been able to continue on a conversation with the guy in the moment and getting to know him was with very, very attractive men who were clearly very self-confident. If he's a little less attractive, like, he's probably going to be pretty flustered. So just do both of you a favor and get out of there. And if you're still in the same room or the same vicinity for an extended period of time, if he's interested, he will probably come back over and start talking to you at some point during the night once he's had a chance to collect himself. And the third and easiest method is to just create an opportunity for them to talk to you. This is the method that I do the most just because it's the easiest. It doesn't require me to psych myself up at all. It just requires you to be a normal human being and talk to somebody. Okay, this can be done in several different ways. One way is in the form of a more casual compliment. So just walking by a guy and being like, oh, hey, I really like your shoes. Those are cool shoes. Wasn't flirty at all. I just broke the ice. You made contact. You started a conversation. There's no pressure there at all. And you're really not at risk for rejection because you really didn't put yourself out there. You just opened an opportunity for him to talk to you. If he is attracted to you, or he might be interested in speaking to you or getting to know you more, he will likely take the opportunity to continue to speak to you. And just because he doesn't mean he doesn't think you're attractive, so don't get in your head and beat yourself up if you don't get anything out of it. Again, you don't know his situation. He may have a girlfriend. He may not be interested in dating right now, just didn't have time to have a conversation, or just like wasn't in the headspace. There's a million and one reasons. So this is a very safe method to avoid rejection, but it still gives him the opportunity to shoot a shot if he wants to. Essentially, this just lets him know that you are not laser focused on a mission somewhere and that you are open to some type of human interaction with him, which opens the door to let him shoot a shot. Another way you can do this is if you're at a bar sitting next to a guy, or is it someone in your vicinity, ask him if he's been there before and if he has any good recommendations. Say, oh my god, I'm really overwhelmed by this menu. You got anything you would recommend trying? Hey, excuse me, do you know where the nearest coffee shop is? I really wanted to try something other than Starbucks today. Do you have any recommendations for things in the area? Really simple. You're asking for his help. He's gonna help you. And because you asked for his input on something, there has to be a little bit of an exchange back and forth. Instead of just saying, oh, do you know where the nearest Starbucks is? And he goes, yeah, it's on the corner of blah, 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 blah. You asked for his advice on a coffee shop recommendation, which creates an opening for a conversation. Honestly, just asking him where the nearest Starbucks is also fine too. You've still broken the ice and initiated an interaction. I just prefer the latter because, again, it shows that you were just leisurely going about your day, looking for a coffee shop. You're not pressed to be anywhere. You're not in a rush to get to the specific.
I think it's so funny. Women will do anything to just hide the fact that they like a guy. We really have this idea in our society that it's a man's job to approach. And this is why women, if they take her advice, is going to be uncomfortable for a lot of them. Because they're going to think to themselves, I shouldn't be doing this. A man should pursue. A man should do this. And a man should do that. And it's not helping anybody. The first girl, right, in the second clip, there was a girl and she said, well, I'm still single, so clearly it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I like the second thing she said while telling someone straight up that they're handsome. Yeah, that's an easy one. But she said if a guy's not really self-confident, he's going to be flustered. I'm not going to be flustered. If a girl told me I'm handsome, I'm going to believe her. Because I believe I'm handsome, right? But, I guess there are men. Men, are you a type that would be, like, flustered if a girl told you you were handsome? If you are, let me know in the comments. Because I want to hear more about that. Why would you be flustered? I think even if it's the first time it happened, you should believe it. No girl's going to compliment you for fun. She's not going to do you a favor, right? I remember when I started wearing nice shoes in the gym and girls started complimenting my shoes. One, I don't think they're hitting on me, and maybe they were, I don't know. But it made me remind me, like, oh wow, well, they never complimented on my shoes in the past, so these shoes are pretty nice. They probably like them. It's probably being genuine. They normally don't compliment me, right? So that was my thought there. I do agree with her though with the last one, but I do feel like the last one's much like the first one. You're just trying to get the guy to approach. If a girl's just trying to get a guy to approach, and she's like starts off offhand conversation like, oh, where's the nearest Starbucks, or coffee shop, or blah blah. Which, by the way, if it's not the morning time, who's going to be asking this in the afternoon? So that advice only works at certain times in the day. I guess you're just giving that as an example. But yeah, if a girl asks me for help, I know she likes me, because you could have asked anybody for help. So I know you ain't just coming up to me for help. It's an easy way to break the ice without feeling like you're shooting your shot so directly. You're doing it indirectly. But I wish, look, ladies, if you're watching this, please just get the cojones to approach a man. There's very little risk in approaching men. Okay? Maybe there's risk in rejecting men. I agree with that. I'm going to agree with you on that. It's hard to reject a man. Maybe you have to give somebody a fake number, maybe even a real number, and block them later on. I've heard about stories like that. Yes. But approaching a guy, we're very well receptive. Some men might reject you, or some men might have girlfriends, and girls might be hurt by that too, and they might feel stupid, and they might feel like they put themselves out there. Now they're going to look like they're like a fan of you or whatever. I get it, but now you know what we go through. And since we're in the time where a lot of simps are approaching women, and a lot of creeps are approaching women, we have to come to the realization of this. For the most part, the only people approaching right now are creeps and hoes. Those are the only two people approaching. So creepy guys and 304s. So if we want to change that, we need to engage in its activity too. I'm not saying we're going to look like them. You're not going to look like a creep or a 304 just because you're approaching a girl. But we have to understand that if we don't do it, you're going to still get approached by creeps, or you're still going to get approached by 304s. So we can't let them have all the fun. And we have none. Okay? Let's do something about this. So I think these videos are good, but I think it proved the point that women need to try a little harder if they want a man's attention. Stop settling for the men that approach you and go out there and approach a guy you actually want. I think that's a pretty good solution. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Guys, also get my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. Talks about some of these things. It's a free download. It's up to you. Also, you can join my men's community, 100-man roundtable. It's live right now. It's only available to 100 men. I know I got 13,000 subscribers, but it's an exclusive group to the first 100 men. When it's filled, it's gone. That's it. Okay? And it's a group where we're going to meet twice a week online, live calls, and we're going to talk about dating, fitness, and finance. Okay? If you have a personal situation you're going through, let's talk about it with other men. Right? Let's give you pointers, and let's grow from all this. Okay? Like the video. I said that already. Subscribe to the channel. I said that already. And check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you guys over there.